What's going on, YouTube? It's your homie Davvon coming at you with another YouTube video, a streamer informational video. But in this one's a little personal. I've been waffling on making this one for about 4 or 5 weeks now. I've been going back and forth trying to figure out the best way of putting this out on a video to have the maximum amount of impact for you guys, while also not just sitting there and copying a lot of the other videos that are out there. And in this video, I want to go over 5 things that are not talked about to new streamers, that it's kind of hard for them to catch on to without somebody kind of taking them under their wing and learning, and kind of some eye-opening things, especially number 4, that most people don't think when they get right into streaming. So let's get right into it. Number 1 is going to be streamer etiquette. All right, so what do I mean when I say streamer etiquette? Streamer etiquette is something that you learn over time, and I'm hopefully going to give it to you right now in a quick minute or 2 explanation. Streamer etiquette is essentially the unspoken rules of streaming, whether it be through collaboration, how you handle yourself as a viewer in other people's streams, or how you handle yourself in a community. Respect a channel's rules. Don't come in and self-promote passively or aggressively. Don't come in and just say, "Hi, I'm a Rainbow Six streamer. I'm currently live. Come watch me." That's incredibly insulting. It's mean. Well, mean's not the right word for it, maybe, but it's very, very selfish. And it's annoying to the streamer because you're trying to take away from their hard work and bring eyes to yourself. And it's a good way to burn a bridge. The worst part about it is when somebody comes in and they don't know any better and they say, "Hi, I play Rainbow Six. I also stream." It's very innocent, but a lot of streamers look at that as self-promotion, will insta-ban you. I have made long-term relationships with viewers that come through, or other streamers, I guess it were, that have said, "Hi, I'm a streamer. I'm also playing this game." And I said, you don't really want to do that, right? I mean, if you really don't, no big deal. I want to explain to you why you shouldn't, and why some streamers might look at that as a negative. And it kind of opens their eyes. And we've made long-term relationships simply because I've educated them on some of these things. It's constantly an ongoing thing where people are too quick to ban and not willing to explain well enough. So self-promotion, passive self-promotion, that goes into collabs as well. Collaborations, follow the rules of the people you're collaborating with. If you like to swear a lot and the other person's a PG streamer, respect his rules. If you don't think you can stream with him within the guidelines, just don't do it. Don't do the collab. Understand that, and don't hurt their content. It's just respect. When you collab with somebody, don't sit there and constantly talk about when you're going live and only about your stream, and I'm going to do this day on the stream and that. You're streaming with another streamer. Make content with them. Don't steal from their view base or try to pull over from your view base by constantly only talking about your own content. It's a collaboration. You're both making content around the game you're focusing on. Now, communities like Discord communities, Twitter communities, Facebook communities, etc., don't just join them and expect to just post your link in the going live section and expect eyes. Contribute to the community and be a part of the community. If you're just going to use it for self-promotion and going live and contribute to nothing, don't expect anything out of it. And it's kind of disrespectful and gives you a bad reputation in the community as kind of a leech. But that's what I mean when I talk about streamer etiquette. And it goes farther, like spamming your own emotes on somebody's channel. There's a lot that goes into streamer etiquette. I have an entire channel dedicated to what streamer etiquette is and the things you do or do not do in my Discord. Like, I have a channel just for streamer etiquette in my Discord explaining it. And it's amazing how many people don't know that. And if they just explained it to them, they would not be shooting themselves in the foot right away when they start stream. So this is going to bring us to number 2. And number 2 is the work that goes on behind the scenes to grow a channel. If you're expecting to come onto Twitch, just go live 7 days a week, 8 hours a day, and just play video games, you're probably not going to grow on Twitch. Is it possible if you plan everything out correctly? It could be, but you probably won't be playing games like Fortnite or Warzone or overly saturated games, and there aren't very many non-saturated games now. If you're hoping to go live on Twitch and just play Fortnite for hours on end and grow, unless you're a beast or some org notices you or you know a big-time streamer, odds are you probably are going to be stuck in neutral forever, is what it comes down to, forever. So when I talk about work behind the scenes, I'm talking about getting into communities and networking and meeting people to bring eyes onto your product, to collab, to get your content out there onto YouTube, onto TikTok, onto Instagram, onto Twitter. And then on top of that, you have to develop skills to do all this stuff. You have to either find an editor or know how to edit yourself, which basic editing is really not that hard to do. I do recommend learning it. You have to learn how to make thumbnails. You have to know how to clip things down to put it up on YouTube, adding subtitles to your clip for Instagram and TikTok. There is so much work that goes on behind the scenes to make your stream have even the smallest chance of success on an oversaturated platform, that you will find this, that you probably put more time in behind the scenes than you do when you're live. A lot of people come into streaming with the mindset, I'm going to stream games, I'm going to get big, people are going to come watch me. It doesn't work that way. If you're coming into streaming just to meet a couple people, make some friends, and just play some games and have a good time, go for it. More power to you. That's perfectly fine. But if you're trying to run a growing stream, a successful stream, something that you can make money on, you will be putting in a lot of hours, and you will need to have a lot of self-motivation and hold yourself accountable for the time that you put in behind the scenes to maximize your time. Work smart, work hard. Number 3 is being patient for your content. So when you just start streaming, it's not as easy for most people, at least. There are the exceptions to this, obviously, but for most people that just start streaming, they take a little bit for their content to kind of develop, to get their on-screen persona to the point where they have almost like a streamer routine, or how they act on stream. They come in with a certain amount of energy, a certain amount of hype, a certain amount of flamboyancy, how they handle certain situations, how they react to certain events. When you stream, over time, you find yourself developing almost like a persona of yourself, almost. Unless you're playing like a fictional character, you're dressing up as a pirate or something and going R80s or something like that. But your content is going to take a while for you to figure out what works, what doesn't, what about your persona is making the best possible content, and that takes time. Don't expect your content to be amazing. Be self-aware about your content. Don't be afraid to ask your viewers, hey, what do you think of my content? Like, if somebody comes through, I send DMs to some random viewers sometimes, and this might even hurt me, but I send a DM, say, hey, thank you for stopping by the stream. Is there anything on the stream that you enjoyed particularly, or anything that you didn't like, or anything along those lines? People I meet, like, hey, let me know your thoughts on this idea or this idea. I am constantly vetting people for ideas on my content, what I can do to improve it. Be self-aware and understand it's always a process to improve your content. Content is king. Worry about your content, improve your content, and spread your content, and that's going to take time. Give it a year and just concentrate on making your content as good as it possibly can be, and get genuine feedback from your viewers. Content is king. So, number 4 is one that I really wanted to touch on, and I don't think gets enough spotlight for newer streamers, is that streaming is mentally challenging. You need to be mentally strong-willed to kind of make it through the ups and downs of streaming, through the trolls of streaming, through all the noise of streaming. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I love streaming. I've been doing it for almost 3 years now, and there's a reason for that. I absolutely love streaming. I'm addicted to streaming. I love the act of content creation, coming up with new ideas on how to improve things or make content better, or the people that I've met through streaming that will be lifelong friends to me. But the ups and downs of streaming, when you have a little success over a few weeks and you think, I'm riding a rocket to the moon, and then it all gets taken away, or you hit that lull where you dry up on content ideas, or you have that troll that comes through and just wants to completely ruin your day, or it's just absolutely nasty to you, or people that are just trying to go out of their way to make your life miserable. There are those people in streaming. Big streamer, small streamer, 30,000 viewers, 1,000 viewers, 10 viewers. The mental aspect of streaming is a real thing. You have to, it takes a special type of person to run a successful stream and to keep coming back and doing it. And it's getting harder and harder to do it because of all the trolls and the edgy, quote unquote edgy people that come in and they try to tell you to go kill yourself, or your content's terrible, you're fat. You see stuff on streamer Twitter all the time of just nasty people coming in and telling you you're terrible. And that's not even on top of the mental game of, why isn't my stream growing? What am I doing wrong? Is my content good or bad? Why is this happening? Why is that? The self-doubt comes in, the confidence issues that come in. It snowballs, and next thing you know, you're burnt out and you quit. The mental aspect of streaming is probably the hardest part of streaming, in my opinion. Now, I don't want to just get doom and gloom on the mental aspect of streaming. There is a flip side to this. It does get better. Bear with me. All the ups and downs, all the trolls, all of that stuff, 100% worth it if you can power through it, because the relationships that you're going to make, the self-improvement as a person on and off stream, in my opinion, at least that I have made, I would not trade those for the world. Okay? I have met people through streaming that will stick with me through the ups and downs, who will bring me up when I've been down. When I'm feeling like I'm out of content ideas, they will sit there and they'll help me through it. Just some of the people that I have met in my time streaming are what I would consider to be some of my best friends, not just in streaming, but IRL. Those relationships make it all 100% worth it. On top of it, you're going to find out that you develop yourself as a person as you go through. The more you commit to something like streaming, you're more passionate about it, you get laser focused, you kind of learn about yourself as a person, you get more self-motivated, you get, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-aware, I guess. You learn about yourself as a person, and you can gain a lot of confidence through streaming too. I know a lot of people who have said that they're antisocial, they're an introvert, but streaming brings the best out of them. They feel comfortable coming out of their shell, and it's true for me as well. So as bad as I make the the negative mental side of streaming sound, there is a flip side to it too, and in my opinion, it's 100% worth it. Just tune out the noise, and you keep doing you. Now that brings us to the final item. Item number 5 is put yourself out there as a person with your content, creatively. You don't have to just be a gamer to be a streamer on Twitch now. The biggest category on Twitch are just chatting streams. Like, that's the biggest category on Twitch, is the just chatting category. If you want to bake a cake on stream, I love watching food. If you want to run some type of weird, goofy podcast show live on Twitch, do it. The best thing about Twitch is you don't have to confine yourself to a box. And what I mean by don't limit yourself within a box is, I have seen some streamers do some amazing things that I have never thought about. And I'm going to use a specific example. A good buddy of mine, one of those best friends, somebody I would consider to be a brother to me. His name is Jackson Jordan. He streams on Twitch, and he runs what is considered an EFED. It's called TCW Wrestling, right? It is WWE 2K19 with a fully fictional interactive universe where his viewers create a custom wrestler. He commentates, they do storylines, they do interviews, and it all plays out on stream, CPU versus CPU. I didn't know that stuff existed, and I find out it's a huge niche on Twitch. And I guess what I'm trying to get to is, don't limit yourself creatively. I'm sorry, creativity, that's a tough word. Creatively. Don't limit yourself creatively to just playing games on Twitch. Put yourself out there and take some risks. I know this has been said in other videos on YouTube, and I apologize. And I know I wanted to make this kind of more unique to me personally, but this is one that really resonates with me, because one of the things I pride myself on as a streamer is, yeah, I play FPS games, I do this, this. But I try to put my own spin on things. I try to try new things. Some of them work and some of them don't. Some stick, some don't. It's the way that Twitch is. Be ready to put yourself out there. You don't have to be a gamer to stream on Twitch. You don't have to follow the meta to stream on Twitch. Take some risks. Go make a cake on stream. Go do a mukbang. And what a mukbang is literally just eating food on stream while talking to a chat. I still got to do that, by the way. Don't let me forget. I have to do that at one point. just put yourself out there creatively and try new things, and don't be afraid to fail. And if you do fail, learn from it. So I guess that's my 5 biggest things that I wish that more streamers would know coming into streaming, that I personally would try to tell streamers when they come in. If you guys got some information out of this, please feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe. It helps out a ton. It means a lot. Feel free to join the Discord with any questions you have. I'm also live on Twitch Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesdays and Saturdays at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Wednesdays, Sundays, 9 a.m. Central Time. Fridays, we do an Alpha Nerd game show, which is a game show about nerdy topics between 4 contestants. And we also do a $20 PayPal giveaway at the end of that stream every Friday. Again, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a good one. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Peace.
Can I get some music for this?
Nope.
How long will that go?
You said 30 seconds.
How long have I been going?
10.
You doing it right?
I have no idea. I'm not even
Is this
watching.
turning you on?
No comment.